Good evening and welcome to 365 Days of Amazing Stories with Theo Mayer. We're on day 30 of 2025, and I'm continuing the story of what the rose did to the cypress. Now, you might remember that Prince Almus had saved the three young ones of the Simurghs, those huge birds, from a dragon, having pierced it with that wonder of a sword, the scorpion of Solomon. And having been covered with the gore of the dragon who washed himself off, the baby birds were, so hungry. He fed them. All of them fell asleep. Father Bird wanted to destroy Prince Almus, figuring that he had destroyed his children. But then, when the mother landed in the nest, all three birds were alive, told them the story. Prince Almus was saved. Not only saved, but the father bird now shaded him until he awakened. When he did, the Simurghs were, of course, appreciative beyond measure. They were willing to do anything for Prince Almus, including making sure that he had a kingdom right there in their midst. They would supply him with everything that he needed, watch over him, make sure that he was safe. But Prince Almus was determined to make it to the land of the Walk of Quoth in the Caucasus. No matter how hard those birds tried to convince him to do otherwise, he would not be persuaded. And finally, the Simurgh told Prince Almus what he must do. He must slay 7 deer with their huge intestinal tract and stomachs. He was to fill those with water. 7 filled stomachs full of water. What else was he to do? Carve up that meat and have it ready. 7 bundles of meat. Says the Simurgh would fly him across the 7 seas. And after they crossed each sea, Prince Almus was to feed the Simurgh one of those deer and a stomach filled with water. Well, he did all of this and prepared everything. And when all was ready, the Simurgh took Prince Almus and all that food and water upon his back and began to fly for days across these seas. And after each sea was crossed, Prince Almus would feed the Simurgh water and food until finally they reached across the 7th sea. And there the Simurgh landed. Take 2 of my feathers, and if you ever need me, burn one of them, and I will be there in a moment to help you. The road to the Walk of Quoth is ahead of you. Go there safely, but know that it's full of treachery. Keep your head about you. Go there and do what you must. Godspeed, God be with you, said the Simurgh. We look forward to your return. And off he flew, back across those 7 seas to his home, and left Prince Almus on the road to the Walk of Quoth. He began out on that journey. It wasn't long before he was so tired from having spent those days awake flying across those seas. He stopped beneath the shade of a tree to rest, leaning his back up against the tree. Weapon, his sword, across his lap, and will leave the prince there.